Hello, my dear friends. It's been a short while, hasn't it? Right, I'm going to play something that I originally did on a 12-string guitar, which I think put a lot of you 6-string players off doing it. It shouldn't have really, because you can do it great on the 6-string. I'm going to do it now on a 6-string. You'll know what it is. Etc. Here you go. What's the bit that goes next? We're not doing that bit. That's a lead guitar lesson. We could do that maybe at another time. Right, of course, it's the wonderful Wish You Were Here. As I said, I did it a long time ago. You may have seen it, but it's when I do these older ones, I had no subscribers, so they just get buried and lost. And I looked at it recently on I noticed it popping up on my thing, and not many people had bothered watching it, so I thought, well, I'll do it again. I've added more paperwork, okay, because I only did the intro last time. This time we're going to look at the whole song. So before we go any further, please download your idiot-proof paperwork. Now, for those people who are new to the channel, when I say idiot-proof, I do these things for me. All right, so it's a way, because I can't read music, it's a way that I write stuff out in order that I can remember it, all right? And it works brilliantly, and I've had so many positive comments from people out there saying how much how easy it is to follow. So please download this. As soon as I'll give you a minute or two to do it. Before I go any further, I want to thank you for donating to the channel. I want to thank you for the thumbs up. It really does help circulate it. Or subscribe if you've not subscribed. You know, thumbs up, circulate all these things, all these free things, because everything on the channel is free. If you want to help keep this free stuff coming, then you can either join me on my Patreon platform, there's a link below, or buy something. You can buy some merchandise. I've got 2 albums out, and there's one called Junction 39, and I've got a brand new one out called Puncture the Moon. It's out on, you can get it on download now, but it's out on vinyl, which you can order now by clicking those links below. All right, but or just do a buy us a cup of tea. There's a little thanks button down there, you know. But don't, if you can't afford anything, don't worry. It's all free. We're here to learn to play guitar. That's all, okay? Right, have you downloaded your free idiot-proof paperwork? Now, people tend to struggle with this particular song, mainly because it incorporates single notes and rhythm at the same time. But once you know where those single notes fall within the bar, it's dead easy, okay, as I intend to demonstrate during this particular lesson. Now, forgive me if I keep just referring to this for a minute or two, but it is important. You've got to at least understand how these things work. These are our little single notes here, which I've put in tablature form. And when we come to do the strumming of the chord, we'll look at here, and our beats are down here, all right? And then we've got single notes and our chord again, all right? And when you do it like this, I promise you, it's dead easy. And always remember, you beginners out there, when you listen to a guitarist, a performer, or anyone that has a skill, you're looking at lots of different layers of information all coming together at the same time, all right? So what we're going to do is we're going to put our layers of information together as we go along, and then by the end, it should sound like a complete and full performance. So, first of all, let's have a look at the chords we're going to play. We're going to start off, it's in the key of G, you know, or it starts with G, okay? The first chord we're going to play, first of all, note these 2 fingers are staying here throughout this introduction. They are not going anywhere, all right? They are nailed to those 2 strings. 2nd string, 3rd fret with your 3rd finger, little finger on the 1st string at the 3rd fret also. And these 2 fingers here are going to play what we will know as an E minor shape, all right? The actual chord is in E minor 7th. That's our first shape, okay? First shape, E minor 7th. Then we're going to move to a G, quite simply by taking our 2nd finger, which is here, and just bringing it up to the bass note there. All right? If If you want to bring this one off as well while you're doing that, you can. But just so you know, all we're doing to get from the E minor 7th to the G is putting this finger that's currently on the 4th string, 2nd fret, and putting it up on the bass string there. All right? Now there's only 3 chords in it. E minor 7th G in the intro, that is. And the other chord that we're going to play is an A. An A sus. What is it? Let me check. It is an A sus 4. Okay. All we're doing is taking the 2 fingers that were on the E minor and moving them there. Again, please note, these 2 fingers have not moved. Okay. The song progresses into other chords a little bit later. Nothing difficult. We'll get to those later on. All right, the whole song is here. Right, so let's begin. Now, I want you to start off by putting your fingers on the G shape that we discussed before. Why do we do that? Well, when the whole thing spins around and goes around again, you'll be on this shape, and I want you to start there at the beginning of the track, all right? Look at your tablature, and you'll see it's got the bass string, the E string, playing at the 3rd fret, which is where this finger is. Okay, keep these 2 here. You can move these around a little bit if you want. So play the 6th string, 3rd fret. Then we've got on the 5th string a hammer from the open to the 2nd fret. And then we've got the 4th string open. And I don't like leaving fingers on once they've played their notes. So it's important, okay, that we don't end up with sounds like that. Okay, so we've done that. You will then notice that we're onto our first chord, which is our E minor 7th, and you'll put those 2 fingers on. Now, look below the shape. You will see your pleck direction, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, okay? And the beats indicated underneath that. Now, the way I remember this, because this is where people get confused, I want you to just go with me. It's not a particularly musical way of remembering, but you will remember. I want you to just do this. Let's just do the downstrokes for now. Let's not bother about the upstrokes. Again, layers of information. Start at the beginning. Look below, and I want you to do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay? Just do that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay? Now, if you look below that little strumming pattern, 6 beats, you'll say it says strum from 4th string on the 1st beat. All right? Strum from 4th string on 1st beat. What does that mean? Okay? So when I come down for the 1st beat, I'm going to come down from the 4th string, not from the 6th. All the others will be from the 6th. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll do that again. Now the reason we're coming down from the 4th string and not the 6th is because the end of the tune, the melody, is on that string, and we want to play that note and highlight it before we go into the main strum. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Look at your next bit of tab. We're still on the same chord. We're playing a 3rd string open, and then a 4th string at the 2nd fret where our finger still is, so we can leave it there. And then we go back to the G chord again, as I said before, by moving that finger there. Again, we're going to strum down from the 4th string on beat 1, this time for 5 beats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's put that together nice and slowly. Tab first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Tab. Back to G. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? Now if I put the upstrokes in between that now, it'll sound like this. And already it sounds like Mr. David Gilmour, the writer of this wonderful piece. So we go on to page 2, what do we see? Oh, we see exactly the same thing. That's handy, isn't it? Page 1 and page 2 are identical. We go to page 3, almost identical, starts off the same way. This time the E minor chord, again, will come down from the 4th string, but only for 5 beats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because there's something else happening on the E minor 7th tab that follows it. Slightly different. It's telling us to play the 4th string at the 2nd fret. We're already on there, so we'll leave that finger on. Then it's telling us to play the 4th string open, so we'll bring these 2 fingers off. And then it's telling us to play the 5th string at the 2nd fret. So we'll just put those 2 fingers back on. So in effect, I'm just doing this. I'm not doing this. I'm messing around. I'm just, using the 2 fingers that are already on there to play that pattern. I'll go again from the top of page 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that is our cue then to take these 2 fingers and move them down to an A7 sus4. A fancy name for saying move those 2 fingers down, okay? And we're going to strum down from the 5th string this time, because that's where our melody lives. And there's a little arrow around beat 4, which means that we're going to just give that a little bit of a push, just make that a bit louder. So we'll go like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. See that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let me play that from top of page 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. With the upstrokes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What happens after that? On page 4, we've got a little hammer thing on the 5th string. Keep these 2 fingers where they are. It's telling us to hammer on the 5th string open to the 2nd, so we'll just use this finger. Then an open 4th. Then back to your E minor 7th again, coming down from the 4th string, because it's got the arrow telling us to do that for 5 beats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That little bit on the E minor again that we just did before. 4th string 2nd fret. 4th string open, take the fingers off. 5th string 2nd fret, put them back on. And then again the A7 sus4, coming down from the 5th string again with that little push on the 4th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This time for 6 beats. Okay, I'll play that again from top of page 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What happens after that? We're almost at the end of this iconic introduction. We've got the A7 sus4 little link again. Hammer, open to the 2nd on the 5th string. 4th string open. And then we're going to play 8 beats on our G. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, and then another 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, you'll notice that all a little bit, when you add them all up, will come to 8. So if I was going to count this song in, which it will have been a counting on the record, they just cut it off, you will have heard this. 1, 2, 3. It would have been like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's in the 8. 1, da, 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 boom, ba, ba, ba. Now, as long as now if I was to put that in a real musical way, you'd just get lost, as I would. So this way, you can't cock it up, all right? These are uncockable. Is there such a word? There is now, folks, uncockable. I wouldn't like to say that when I was drunk. Right, so we've got through the introduction, all right? All there, everything you need to know, idiot proof. Remember, keep watching these videos over and over again. Don't expect to get it in 5 minutes, you know. So we're looking at page 6 now. Now, this is where we start to sing the song. I'm not going to sing the song because publishers, not necessarily Mr. Pink Floyd man, but the publishers get a bit shirty when you start singing their tunes, and some territories won't show the video, so I'm not going to sing them, okay? You'll know what to do. You'll know the tune yourself, all right? So here we go. This is where the actual verses come in. Now your strum is just going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I've written it out so you can't mess it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. You know, I've actually put the chord twice so you can't mess it up. Let's have a look at what the chords are. A C with a G. What does that mean? Well, instead of playing your C like that, we're going to make sure this E string is covered with the G bass note. Okay? Again, I'll just keep it simple just for now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. To a D with an F sharp. What does that mean? Well, it means you're going to get your thumb and you're going to put it across the top of your neck and press that bass string in at the second fret. And you'll see a little T next to that dot. That's what the T means, thumb. Now, if you can't do that, don't panic and say, oh, I'm not doing it then, and you know, scurry off. Just play a D, okay? Don't panic. Just, you know, damp the string off and play a D. But if you can, it's important if you can, because that's what he's doing. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm only doing downstrokes at the moment. Again, layers of information. A minor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. G. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Back to D with the F sharp. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Back to C with the G. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. A minor. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. And so it would go around again. All right. Now with the upstrokes. Now what I noticed when he's playing it, and you purists out there will know this anyway, when he's strumming, sometimes he does like a double kick on a bass string. He'll sort of, how does he do that? Well, imagine you're going 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Well, instead of the and after the 4 being an upstroke, he does another down. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Like this. Hear that? Sometimes he does it, sometimes he doesn't. It's a little feely thing, but if you hear it, that's what he's going. That's what he's doing. I'll do it again. 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. Get the idea? So they're the chords for the verses, laid out like so. You can't cock it up, okay? Between each beat, when you want to do the strum, just put the upstrokes in, as I demonstrated before. So that's page 6. Now, the song comprises of the introduction that we spent some time on at the beginning of the lesson, and now we have 3 verses, okay? All identical, okay? 1, 2, and 3. All the lyrics are there. The chords are laid out exactly as they should be over the top, you know? I've not sort of left a big gap, assuming that you beginners out there will know when to play. All right, so let's have another go. C, C, D with the F sharp, A minor, G. Tell you what I'll do, I'll put the first word in. So, tell, hell, pain, field, rail, veil, tell. Okay, I'm determined not to get a copyright strike, and that's it. You know, that's the song. You know, it's all about the intro, and that's the main bit. That's the bit that you'll get confused with. The rest of it is dead easy. And as far as the lead guitar bit, that's dead easy as well. Maybe if I get a bit more interested in this lesson than I did on the previous time I did it, then I'll have a look at the lead for you. But it's not hard. but it's easy. But then again, Dave Gilmour is one of my favorite electric guitar players because his melodies are so memorable, and they're memorable because he doesn't overplay. He plays the most beautiful melodic stuff, and that's why he's great. Right, on that note, once again, thank you for the donations to the channel. Thank you for your buying. If you bought an album, thanks. If you're on Patreon, I'll be putting some new stuff up soon. A lot of exclusive stuff on Patreon, studio work and all that type of thing. So for those people who are interested in that side of what I do, go and join Patreon, and you'll have some fun on there. But failing that, I shall look forward to seeing you next time. Give this one a go, and follow the thing. Keep layers. Remember, layers of information. Don't try and crash your way through it. And make sure, as I always say, let's just do this one more time before I leave. Keep the tunes that you're trying to play in your head before you start thrashing away. Okay, remember, I did a lesson. If you can't say it, you can't play it, and that's true. So when I'm doing it, I'll be going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, dum da ga dum dum, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, da da da, bum ba da da dum, chicka 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 chicka, bam bam bam, chicka 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 chicka, bum ba ba bam bam, bam bam bam, da 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 dum. Da 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 dum, daddle da dum, da 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 dum, daddle da dum. Did you notice the way I kept my hand moving though between the melody notes? So when I come to do the rhythm, bam bam bam, bom ba ba bam bam. Bam bam bam, bam ba da dum bam, dum 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 dum, dum ba dum bam, dum 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 dum, da ba dum dum. And so on. Right. There we are. Wish You Were Here. Beautiful song. Give it a go. Any problems with it, get in touch. Remember, all the paperwork for it is below. If you don't see it straight away, click the More button, because sometimes it gets a bit lost in the blurb. All right, and all the links for Patreon, and if you want to buy an album or whatever, then they're all down there. Until next time, I shall see you soon. Bye-bye for now.